Nihal Sarin's top 3 brilliant moves. So at number 3, we have Nihal playing against Amin, and over here Nihal is playing black. So over here, white decided to play bishop into d5. So now obviously the threat for white is going to play bishop into f7 next, so that there is a discovered attack on the queen. Now Nihal Sarin, despite knowing this, he decides to sacrifice his queen and he plays knight into c6 instead. Now after bishop in f7, we have rook captures and rook captures, and after bishop into d8. Now in terms of material, white and black are the same, and you can see that this position does favor black a bit, but it is still a drawish position. So Nihal Sarin has obviously calculated. But after queen e4 and knight in d4, we have queen into d4, which turned out to be the killer blow, because now black goes for the instant kill, and after rook c1 check, we have king g2, we have bishop into b6, we have queen e5, and we have rook into f2 check. And now after king h3, we have bishop c8 check, and we have g4, and Nihal plays rook g1. Obviously the threat is bishop into g4 next, and there's nothing white can do, so white just plays knight d2 over here, and now it is a simple mate in 3. Bishop into g4, king h4, bishop d8, queen g5, and rook into h2 checkmate. Now let's go to number 2. So over here we have Nihal playing against NIM Einar Jensen, and Nihal managed to beat the international master in just 13 moves. So Nihal's playing white over here, and you can see obviously the position is looking good for white. White is attacking black's king side like anything, and all of his pieces seem to be really active, especially the knight on e5. So all in all, it looks really good. The h7, g6, all these squares seem to be vulnerable, and black needs to do something. So over here black decided to play g6, which seems to be sensible, because now bishop on d3 cannot attack that h7 square, and it seems that black might have solved any sort of potential threats. But Nihal had other plans, and Nihal plays knight into f7, a brilliant move, because now obviously you can see that that knight is attacking the queen on d8, and queen has nowhere to go, because if he goes to c7, the bishop is over there at f4, so the queen has literally no square to go. So black is forced to capture that knight, and after that we have knight g5 check. Now once again black has limited options, because if it goes to f8, we have knight to e6 fork, winning the queen. Same goes with g7, because we have knight to e6 fork, winning the queen. So what can black play? Black plays king g8, and once again it's inevitable, because after knight into e6, knight is winning that queen, because that queen just has no square to go. So you can see the brilliancy behind Nihal Sarin's sequence of moves. He calculated everything right from the start, which is just brilliant. Now before we go on to number 1, please hit the like and subscribe button and show some love. So at number 1, we have Nihal Sarin playing against Noel Studer in the 2021 Blitz tournament, and over here Nihal is playing black against Noel Studer. So now we have white to play, and Noel decides to play rook c1, which seems to be a really sensible move, because now we have the queen and the rook attacking the bishop on c5, and the queen on c6 seems to be vulnerable as well. But this turned out to be a brilliant trap laid out by Nihal Sarin, and he plays this brilliant subtle move, and you can pause the video if you like as well, and it was bishop f1, a very deadly yet subtle move, because now black is threatening mate on g2, as you can see, and white can't do anything, because if white captures the bishop with his king, then we have queen h1 checkmate, and the only option to avoid that checkmate on g2 is for the white rook to capture that bishop. But if that happens, then we have bishop in f2 check with a discovered attack on the queen. This was such a brilliant trap laid out by Nihal Sarin. So here you go. These were the top 3 brilliant moves in my opinion, played by the great Nihal Sarin. Please let me know in the comments if you have any other moves or any other brilliant games to suggest. I'll definitely check them out. Also, please do hit the subscribe button. Thank you.